At the Information and Communications University, we're not just educating students, we're shaping the future of Zambia and beyond. With a global perspective, ICU offers cutting-edge programs in information technology, business, humanities, engineering, and education. We combine theory with practical skills, ensuring our graduates are ready for the job market.
Whether full-time or distance learning, our flexible programs cater to the needs of every student, creating pathways for success. ICU is driven by innovation, research, and entrepreneurship.
We empower our students to be leaders and change makers in their industries.
Through strategic global partnership, including collaboration with leading universities such as St. Petersburg State University and others, we give our students a competitive edge on the global stage.
Our graduates don't just earn degrees, they create impact. They are leading the way in ICT, business, engineering, and more, both locally and internationally. Join the Information and Communications University, where your future begins today.
You have no fitness, no road tax, no insurance. Can you come and park the vehicle here?
Madam, the day is just getting started. Let's not make it difficult for each other.
This is a public vehicle. It has to have all the necessary documentation, so should you. Hey, where do you think you're going? The police station is there.
I have kidnapped you. The hunter has been...
No.
Wakamba, I don't know what kind of games you're playing, but whatever it is, it's fucking dangerous. Do you know how much trouble you're putting me in?
Do you have an issue with loyalty? Or maybe you're not worth my trust.
We have kidnapped an officer of the law who was on duty.
Thank you, but you're all dead. You just don't know it yet.
I'm not part of this scheme.
You trust cops?
You're not starting war with the police service.
Today, we've got a very hectic day.
I want you to swear to me. If I help you out of here, are you going to cover me up when your fellow police officers come to arrest us?
I promise you, Chile. Look, this maniac kidnapped us both. We're just trying to find a way out. Did you know that there's one officer in your department who's got a secret pact with Dega?
Fuck.
What?
We are framed for the things that we have no knowledge about.
Okay, Chile. Calm down. I will get us out of this, okay?
By what means?
Fasten your seatbelt. We are about to go for a rough ride.
Looks like we underestimated Kanji. Game over, Kanji! You have now reached your checkmate!
No, Mom. We are just getting started.
Don't be too big for your boots, lady. No man can kill me with my own gun.
Fortunately for me, I am a woman.
Good evening and welcome to Icu Tv News. We take a look at the stories making headlines. A 17-year-old arrested in Kamwala South for alleged murder of the 16-year-old schoolgirl. 54-year-old man dies after assault over adultery composition in Chadiza. President Hakainde Hichilema grants official funeral to late former cabinet minister Dr. Rodger Chongwe. Zambia signs 3,335 million debt reconstruction deal with India Exim Bank. International news: Pope Leo XIV calls church beacon to illuminate dark nights in First Mass. In our sports news, Keith Mweemba elected first president, succeeding Andrew Kamanga. With the news details, my name's Mary Doloserah. A 17-year-old male juvenile has been arrested and formally charged with murder in connection with the death of a female student whose body was discovered on March 6, 2025 near Kamwala Secondary School. Police spokesperson Ray Kamanga states that the victim, dressed in a Kamanga Secondary School uniform, was found deceased in a bushy area behind a heap of blocks near the Lakson Mapushi police post within the Kamwala South Secondary School grounds. He explains that the body was discovered at approximately 13:10 hours by the 4 juveniles, all pupils at Kamwala South Primary School, and that the incident is believed to have occurred earlier that day around 9 hours. Police spokesperson Mweemba confirms that the suspect is currently in police custody and that due to uncertainty regarding his exact age, he is undergoing age determination procedures. He emphasized that the Zambian Police Service remains committed to ensuring justice is served and that members of the public are urged to remain calm and allow the law to take its course. Mr. Ray Kamanga adds that investigations are ongoing and that all necessary leads will be pursued to bring full closure to the case.
Reference is made to a report made earlier on the 16th of March 2025 at approximately 13:10 hours through Lakson Mapushi police post, in which 4 juveniles, all pupils of Kamwala South Primary School, reported having discovered the lifeless body of a girl clad in a Kamanga Secondary School uniform. The body was found lying in a small bush behind a heap of blocks near Lakson Mapushi police post within the Kamwala South Secondary School grounds. The incident is believed to have occurred on the same day around 09 hours. Police officers promptly visited and secured the scene of crime, and an investigation was immediately launched. We wish to inform the general public that after a thorough investigation, a male juvenile age 17 has been identified as the prime suspect in this case. He has since been formally charged for the offense of murder and is currently in police custody. Additionally, due to uncertainty regarding his exact age, he has been subjected to age determination procedures. The Zambia Police Service remains committed to ensuring justice is served and will continue to pursue all necessary leads to bring full closure to this matter. We urge members of the public to remain calm and allow the law to take its course. Thank you.
President Hichilema has accorded an official funeral to the late former cabinet minister Dr. Rodger Masauso Alivius Chongwe, SC, who died on Tuesday, 6th May 2025 in Lusaka after an illness. In a statement issued on Friday, Secretary to the Cabinet Patrick Kamanga announced that the honor is in recognition of Dr. Chongwe's immense contribution to national development during his time in public service, particularly his tenure as cabinet minister from 1991 to 1993. Dr. Chongwe has distinguished legal practitioners and senior counsel whose careers spanned decades in both legal and political spheres. He was known for his advocacy in governance, the rule of law, and the promotion of constitutional rights. Government has announced that the official funeral church service will be held on Monday, 12th May 2025 at the Anglican Cathedral of the Holy Cross in Lusaka, beginning 10 hours. He will be laid to rest on Tuesday, 13th May 2025 at Njalikwa village in Chipangali district, Eastern Province. In honor of Dr. Chongwe's service to the nation, President Hichilema has declared Tuesday, the 13th May 2025 as a day of national mourning. On this day, all flags will fly at half-mast and entertainment activities will be suspended as the country reflects on his legacy. President Hichilema has conveyed his heartfelt condolences to the Chongwe family, describing Dr. Chongwe as a true patriot and statesman whose contribution to Zambia will be remembered for generations. Government, together with the state-owned power utility ZESCO has signed a significant debt reconstructing agreement with the Export-Import Bank of India amounting to 335 million United States dollar. Of this total, $320 million was borrowed by the central government for various infrastructure projects, while $15 million was borrowed by ZESCO. Secretary to the Treasury, Felix Kulukusa, disclosed that the $320 million borrowed by the government financed 7 key projects. The agreement was officially signed by the Minister of Finance and National Planning, Dr. Situmbeko Musokotwane. Dr. Musokotwane highlights that the reconstruction ensures state stability, sustainability and affordability, which will enable the government to continue delivering essential social services such as education and healthcare. He further states that the agreement extends the repayment period, reduces the annual debt service burden, and will ultimately enhance service delivery for Zambian people. Meanwhile, Export-Import Bank of India represents Shymasish Achrai reaffirmed India's commitment to supporting Zambia's development efforts, noting that collaboration between the two countries will continue across various sectors. Transparency International Zambia, TIZ, has raised concerns over the arrest and continued detention of Lawrence Makumbi, president of the Cleaning Association of Zambia, who was taken into custody on May 6, 2025 and remains at Ridgeway Police Station. TI Zambia Executive Director Maurice K. Nyambe said Mr. Makumbi is facing 2 criminal libel charges for comments made in his official capacity about alleged procurement irregularities at Zambia Airports Corporation Limited, ZACL. Mr. Nyambe emphasized that these concerns reflect findings from the 2023 Auditor General's report, which flagged similar issues at ZACL. Public outcry has grown following a Hot FM broadcast that exposed details of a controversial 22 million cleaning contract awarded to a firm alleged to have limited experience and the highest bid. TI Zambia has commended the denial of police bond, citing the constitutional requirements to bring detainees before court within 24 hours. Mr. Nyambe warns that criminalization public interest advocacy would awaken whistleblowers, protections, and undermine freedom of expression. TIZ is urging the Zambian police to uphold due process and calling on government to strengthen the Police Interest Disclosure Act to better protect whistleblowers.
As a TIZ, we are very gravely concerned by the arrest and the continued detention of Mr. Lawrence Makumbi, who is the president of the Cleaning Association of Zambia, who, as we know, was taken into custody on Tuesday, the 6th of May, and is currently being held at Ridgeway Police Station here in Lusaka. Now, of course, we are aware that Mr. Makumbi is facing 2 counts of criminal libel following public commentaries that he made related to alleged procurement irregularities at the Zambia Airports Corporation Limited. Now, what we note from those statements is that those statements were made in his capacity as a chairperson of an industry stakeholder association and not in his personal capacity. So for us, this raises very serious concerns about, the use of criminal charges to respond to matters that could otherwise be addressed through open and meaningful dialogue or even civil recourse in that sense. We are also particularly troubled by the fact that following his arrest, Mr. Makumbi was denied the police bond on grounds that the officer in charge would allegedly only be available on the 9th of May, which was well beyond the 24-hour window that is prescribed by law for either bond or court appearance. Now, if accurate, this development undermines the constitutional protections against arbitrary detention and suggests procedural irregularities. Now, as I said, we are, of course, not taking any position on the truthfulness or legality of the statements that were made by Mr. Makumbi, nor do we in any way make any pronouncements regarding the Zambia Airports Corporation or indeed its board chairperson. But we are very deeply concerned about the broader implications that this case has for whistleblower protection and the use of a criminal law to respond to public interest discourse. We think that the escalation from civil to criminal proceedings in this context risks setting a very dangerous precedent for freedom of expression and anti-corruptions that this case has for whistleblower protection and the use of a criminal law to respond to public interest discourse. We think that the escalation from civil to criminal proceedings in
We're now taking our first break. Please stay with us for more news after this.
I've been waiting to hear from you. And I've been watching over you. When you woke up this morning, I was ready to hear from you, but you woke up and chose to devote your time to the multitudes that couldn't be less bothered by your misery. I knew you when you took your first breath, knew you when no one else did. I stood by you on your first day of school, and stood by you when you felt burdened by the troubles of this world. I knew you, my child, and I was there for you through it all. I've been watching over you, and I've been listening as you speak. When you wake up each morning, I wait and listen, hoping you would let me in on the plans you have set for the day. Why won't you just let me in and have me be a part of your life? Because, my child, I've been watching, hoping that you will invite me in and let me be there with you every step of the way, trusting that I know what's best for you and would never lead you astray. I've been listening to every little wish you make. And I've been waiting on you though, waiting for you to finally finish those public charades you pull in my name so that we can finally have a heart-to-heart, you and I, waiting for you to welcome me into that very heart you've already deemed irredeemable so that I may renew it, waiting for you to finally listen to all the things I say to you on a daily basis, the pleas, the warning, the advice. My child, I am still waiting, holding on to the fear of losing you. I wait and wait and wait, hoping that you'll be ready though before it is too late. Because, my child, I've been listening to you make wishes about how you want to be rich by 24, married by 26, and crowned best of the best by 30, wondering how exactly you think you've got it down all on your own. I've been listening, waiting to hear the part where you finally mention my name, the part where you mention that you're gonna trust me, the part where you shout, I have a Father in heaven who will guide me through it all, clearing the path before it is even in sight and illuminating it so my feet may not falter. A Father who will not only show up, but show off with me. I am still waiting with the hope that you'll be ready before it is too late. Let me in so that we can finally have that heart-to-heart, you and I, waiting with the hope that you'll be ready before it is too late. But I'm still waiting.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Moyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself, and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92, and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
Welcome back, and in our local stories, a tragic family dispute over adultery composition has ended in fatal violence in Mweemba village, Chadiza district, eastern Zambia. According to reports, a 50-year-old man, Akvas Banda, was brutally assaulted by his stepbrother, Noah Piri, in April. The altercation stemmed from Piri's accusation that Banda had misused the compensation funds, allegedly squandering them on excessive beer drinking. The assault left Banda with several injuries, including a suspected fractured shoulder and internal bleeding. Despite receiving treatment at Chadiza District Hospital, Banda's condition worsened and died on May 7th after vomiting blood. Eastern Province Commanding Officer Robertson Mweemba confirmed that the police have launched a manhunt for Piri, who remains at large. Authorities were alerted to the incident through a tip-off, which led them to intercept the burial. A post-mortem examination is scheduled for May 9th at St. Francis Hospital to determine the exact cause of the death. Investigations are currently underway, with police working to apprehend the suspect and bring him to justice. The Lusaka City Council, LCC, has taken a significant step towards enhancing road safety and security by installing 231 solar streetlights in 4 constituencies: Kabata, Lusaka Central, Mandevu, and Matero. LCC Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba said the installation were carried out between 2022 and 2024 using the Constituents Development Fund (CDF) at a total cost of 8,177,169 kwacha. Mrs. Mwamba states that the initiative is aimed at improving visibility on road, particularly at night, to help reduce accidents caused by poor lighting conditions. She notes that by adopting solar-powered lighting solution, the council is also promoting environmental sustainability and reducing reliance on the traditional electricity grid. Mrs. Mwamba adds that the installation of solar-powered lights form part of the council's broader effort to enhance urban infrastructure and service delivery, whereby creating safer and more attractive environments for road users, pedestrians, and residents. She reveals that LCC plans to roll out the initiative to additional constituents with the aim of further improving road safety, promoting sustainability, and enhancing the quality of life for residents. Mrs. Mwamba reaffirms the Council's commitment to investing in effective and sustainable road infrastructure as a part of its vision to foster the development and beautification of the city.
Lusaka City Council has taken a significant step towards enhancing road safety and security by installing 231 solar streetlights in 4 constituencies, namely Kabwata, Lusaka Central, Mandevu, and Matero. The installations of the solar-powered lights were done between 2022 and 2024 using the Constituency Development Fund (CDF), and over 8 million kwacha was spent. This initiative aims to improve visibility on the roads, especially at night, and reduce accidents caused by poor visibility. Additionally, by adopting solar-powered streetlights, the council is promoting sustainability and reducing dependence on traditional electric power supply. The Lusaka City Council plans to extend this initiative to other constituencies, furthermore enhancing road safety, promoting sustainability, and improving residents' quality of life. The local authority is committed to investing in effective and sustainable road infrastructure for the betterment of the city.
Still in our local news, the Lusaka City Council (LCC) has commenced a citywide operation to take down illegal and uncompliant billboards, citing concerns over lost revenue and public safety hazards. According to Assistant Public Relations Manager Nyambe Bulumba, the council has pinpointed numerous unauthorized billboards, especially in the central business district and along 4 key roads. These structures will be dismantled as part of the efforts to bring discipline and accountability to the outdoor advertising sector. Mr. Bulumba notes that the unchecked spread of illegal billboards has significantly reduced the council's revenue. Mr. Bulumba adds that some of the billboards have been placed in restricted zones, including roadways, where they obstruct visibility for drivers and increase the risk of accidents. He also states that billboards owners who are in arrears will be expected to clear their dates without delay to avoid having their structures removed. Mr. Bulumba calls on compliant billboard owners to honor their obligations and urge the public to report any suspicious or improperly placed billboards for swift council actions.
Moving illegal and defaulting billboards across the city, effective today, May 9th, 2025. We have already identified numerous billboards that are either installed without permission or have defaulted on payments, and these will be dismantled immediately. We have observed that these illegal and non-compliant billboards not only deprive the council of the much-needed revenue, but also pose safety risks, obstruct motorists, as well as contributing to road accidents. We therefore wish to urge legal billboard owners who have outstanding dues to settle their payments immediately to ensure that they avoid having their billboards removed. We also want to appeal to the public, including motorists, to report any illegal or improperly installed billboards to the council for swift intervention. Our goal in this is to ensure that we create a clean, safe, and appealing city for all, and we will continue taking proactive steps to address issues that distract from this vision.
You're still watching Icu TV Main News. We take a short break. Coming up is the international and sports news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Welcome back. In our international news, the new Pope Leo XIV has called for the Catholic Church today to desperately counter a lack of faith in his. The new Pope Leo XIV has called for the Catholic Church to desperately counter a lack of faith in his first mass at the Vatican. Speaking the day after he was elected as the 260th 67 Pope and first U.S. leader of the church, he warned that people were turning away from faith and instead to technology, money, success, power, and pleasure. Pope Leo said he had been elected to be a faithful administrator of the church that would act as a beacon that illuminates the dark nights of this world. The accession of Robert Francis Prevost has been celebrated by the world's 1.4 billion Catholics with joyful outbursts in his U.S. homeland and in Peru, where he served for 20 years. Still in our international news, the bodies of a journalist and his partner have been found in South Africa in an advanced stage of decomposition more than 2 months after they went missing, local media groups have said. Police said they have found human remains, but DNA tests still needed to be conducted to confirm they were those of radio journalist Sibusiso Assyria Ndlovu and his partner Zondwa Precious Ndluli. In a joint statement, two media groups say that police had achieved a breakthrough after arresting 5 suspects. The couple were murdered and their bodies dumped in a bush in North Limpopo province, the media group said, adding that the deaths have left them in shock and disbelief. We'll take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
At the Information and Communications University, we're not just educating students, we're shaping the future of Zambia and beyond. With a global perspective, ICU offers cutting-edge programs in information technology, business, humanities, engineering, and education. We combine theory with practical skills, ensuring our graduates are ready for the job market.
Whether full-time or distance learning, our flexible programs cater to the needs of every student, creating pathways for success. ICU is driven by innovation, research, and entrepreneurship.
We empower our students to be leaders and change makers in their industries.
Through strategic global partnership, including collaboration with leading universities such as St. Petersburg's Third University and others, we give our students a competitive edge on the global stage.
Our graduates don't just earn degrees, they create impact. They are leading the way in ICT, business, engineering, and more, both locally and internationally. Join the Information and Communications University, where your future begins today.
And now in sports news. Keith Mweemba has been elected as the new president of the Football Association of Zambia, FAZ, after securing 45 votes during the reconvened elective annual general meeting held in Chongwe on Saturday. The Lusaka-based lawyer will serve a 4-year term from 2025 to 2029, succeeding Andrew Kamanga, who led FAZ from 2016 to 2025. Mweemba triumphed over 4 other candidates, with Kamanga receiving 20 votes and Adrian Kashala getting 17, while the remaining 2 candidates did not receive any votes. The election was overseen by officials from FIFA, CAF, and COSAFA, led by FIFA Ahmed Hazar. In the vice presidential race, a runoff will be held after no candidate achieved the required majority. Meanwhile, Colonel Priscilla Katowa was confirmed as FAZ Women's National Representative after going unopposed. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news. But before we go, we take a quick recap of the stories making headlines. A 17-year-old arrested in Kamwala South for allegedly murder of the 16-year-old schoolgirl. 54-year-old man dies after assault over adultery compensation in Chadiza. President Hakainde Hichilema grants official funeral to late former Cabinet Minister Dr. Rodger Chongwe. Zambia signs $335 million dates reconstructing deal with India Exim Bank. In our international news, Pope Leo the 14th calls a beacon to illuminate dark nights in first Mass. In our sports news, Keith Mweemba elected first president, succeeding Andrew Kamanga. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, stay glued to our Facebook page, Icu TV, and our website at icutvzm.com.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Moyo. I'm your host.